Welcome to the Legends of Lanimora Podcast. I'm your Dungeon Master, Nathan. With me this evening I have Emily.
Hello. Thought you were going to get me.
Nova.
Heyo.
And Nicole.
Sup?
We are a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play podcast. Last week's episode, our intrepid heroes made it to the central tree of the Circle of All. That was 2 episodes ago. But anyway, last episode they fought some phoenix. And then they snatched them burbs out of the air. And that was it. It was like a 12-second episode.
We didn't know they were phoenixes for like quite a while.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, no idea. So they are there with Gonoleth Isilion, the consul of the Circle of All. He is the archdruid of all of the druids. He's the boss.
The final
and they're
boss?
there with Asla as well. Cicoba and Karen are with them. At the end of the encounter with the Phoenix, Gonoleth, he went to each of them in turn. They were glowing this with a purple flame, but then he cast a spell on them and they returned to their usual bright red and orange bonfiery selves. As he was going to get the last Phoenix cured from whatever it was that was ailing it, the party heard a voice, a familiar voice, I might add, of the one, the only Kelvin Boulderdown. Much to Scar's chagrin. So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna talk now. I'm gonna do some exposition. I wrote this down, so you know it's important.
Everyone's scrapping.
Yeah. So what you heard last week was the beginning of what Kelvin was saying. Well, I'm glad to hear you all came back to Alari now. I've been looking for you all over, but couldn't seem to pin you lot down. You'd think with a massive automaton helping with your rescue, we'd have more of a lead, but no. All right then, the Circle of All. Tell Thin Quill I say hello, all right? And when Kelvin's finished talking, you hear a sound like a squeak and a hiss of gases escaping from an ember in a campfire. Then you hear a small pop, and the light of the purple phoenix fades as it turns to ash inside of Scar's hand. When Scar opens her hand, the ash floats away on the wind, and Gonoleth watches as it trails into the distance. A single tear escapes his otherwise stoic visage as he says, "It's worse than I feared. The Circle of All can no longer sit idly by. Let us go somewhere more private." And Gonoleth starts walking towards the tree and places a hand on one of its massive gnarled roots. As he continues walking towards the trunk, the roots by the base of the tree twist and contort into the form of a doorway that descends into the earth.
Cool. Sorry. I was trying so hard not to say shit.
So, passive perception-wise, Drew's got the best passive perception, right?
Yep. 17, motherfucker, what you doing?
I just want to add a quick aside that while Scar and Nicole both hella hate birds, phoenixes are not part of that list because they're not real, number one.
Well, they're technically elementals, but we can battle semantics about that later.
Yeah, so they're not real, so I can't be afraid of something that's not real. But also, like, I just want it noted that while this is all happening, I am also very sad now because I went to great lengths to grab this thing and protect it. And now I'm even more fucking out for Kelvin. Ugh, he hurt that precious little baby burb in my hand, and I'm not okay.
He thought you'd like that.
Do you all go with Gonoleth?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I roll
Down
an
to
insight?
his creepy tree hole? Absolutely.
That is absolutely Drew's vibe.
Yes, Jack
sure.
Skellington, take me through the tree hole.
That
Take me
is
to the
That sounded so bad. Take me to the tree hole. That's the name of the episode.
Wow, got it really early on in this recording session.
Alright, that's a 10 to insight on Gonolith.
On Gonolith, you believe that he is truly shaken by what's just happened.
I follow.
I don't want to say I told you so.
As you
But I will.
were heading towards the tree, to remind those listeners at home who may not remember, the tree, capital T, is the tree at the center of the circle of all that is just a massive fucking tree. It's real big. They don't have a name for it. They just call it the tree. Too hard to say. And that is where the council of the circle of all resides. So as you're walking towards the tree and this doorway, this natural doorway that Gonolith has opened up in the tree, Drew, you notice that there is something on the ground.
Damn right
by
I
where
do.
Scar
What is it?
was.
I have questions though. Where did so he just randomly, Calvin just randomly appeared and then fucking disappeared?
You did not see Kelvin. You heard his voice.
Oh, we just heard his voice.
Mm-hmm.
And what was that thing he said? He said the circle of all. He was like, we couldn't find you. Okay, the circle of all what did he say? Tranquility? What?
He said, "All right then, the circle of all. Tell Fenquill I said hello, all right?"
Tell Fenquill. Okay. I was like, I thought you said tranquil, but I've been playing a lot of Dragon Age, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
funny.
Scar, roll me a history.
Okay. What's my history plus? I know I have a plus to history. Where is it? +2. So that's a 16.
You recognize the name Fenquill as one of Tasvig's daughters. From when Tasvig was monologuing at the end of season 1.
Ooh, I
That's
wonder which
right.
one it is. Is it the one that's the seer, or is it the other one?
No, the seer had a way different name.
That's right.
Yeah.
The seer's name was Sriles Fe.
Sure,
That's
let's
right.
say. Yep.
I was like, it was something fucking magical.
Not that Fenquill isn't like also hella
Isn't
weird sounding,
Fen-
but
different.
yeah,
Isn't
it hits different.
Fenquill his
Like
general?
warrior.
Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
person?
Fenquill is one of the generals.
Wait,
Okay.
so he just said, tell her I said hi, or whatever he said. That must mean that she's either on her way here or she's already here. Not great.
I don't like either of those, actually.
No, like,
So you all come to these realizations as you're walking towards the tree. Drew, you are bringing up the rear, and you see that there's something on the ground by where Scar was that's letting off a slight... There's a slight magical effect coming from the ground around where Scar was. It looks to be purple.
Can I touch it? Or
Yes,
look at
you
it?
can. Yeah, you can. Roll me... well, I mean, you don't need to roll anything. You
I
see
just
what
pick
it
up
is.
the dirt and like lick it.
Don't do that.
Don't
Don't
do
eat
that.
the dirt. You see a very small, what looks like a... It looks like a very small hoop earring, almost. It looks like it's like a little clasp.
okay,
Who's
Anders.
been here?
It's really small. It's less than the size of a copper piece.
Like a nose ring?
Kind of like a nose ring, yeah. It's
What
it's a
bisexual was here?
I know. I was just thinking that.
Yeah, that's about the size, it's about the shape. It's finely wrought metal, and it appears that there are some, if you look really closely, it looks like there might be some runes on it, but you're not quite sure. You can't really tell. It's so tiny.
Okay, well, first of all, if you will look at in my character sheet, you will find that I have true reading, so I can read any written language. So,
Does that include
What's it say?
runes? Is that a thing?
it's written. Don't question, Nicole.
Sorry.
That's not your place.
I didn't mean to.
God, you're
like
like the
that.
other kid in class. It's like, why would you? Why?
Sorry.
It's written down.
Yeah, it's written. Here's the thing, though. It's so tiny that you're going to need me to roll roll an investigation to see if you can read everything.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, guess what I got? That I'm sure I told Drew about.
What?
I have eyes of minute seeing items.
Shut the entire fuck up and do not.
I do too.
What do you have?
The eyes of minute seeing means I
You
can
have
see.
a fucking magnifying glass, like, in your
It's
eye?
like a super magnifying glass item, not like in my eye.
You have one of
Shoved
those,
it
like,
in his eye.
jeweler's
Shoved it in his
things
eye.
that they put into, like, you know what I'm talking about? That, like, diamond people have that
Yes.
they just, like, stick on their eye and...
It's basically what it is, yeah.
Holy
Amazing.
crap.
Yeah,
Amazing.
okay. So, Saph, you see that Drew's fumbling around with something tiny.
So I,
Do you land? You haven't landed yet.
well, since we're walking to the doorway, I assumed that I had landed, yeah. But I take down my helmet portion and I walk over to Drew and I go, "Do you need help with something?" You look. What's that? What's that tiny thing?
Oh my god, you have that magnifying glass. Look at this. What is this? This has runes on it, and I could read that, but I can't see it.
I pull out my eyes and minute seeing item and give it to Drew so she could take a look at it.
Hell yeah.
Teamwork
Do I-
makes the
do I have
dream
to
work.
roll to do it, or can I just do
no,
it?
you don't have to roll anymore now. So
Hell yeah.
you look real close with these eyes of minute seeing, and it is a lot more runes than you thought were on it. Basically, it reads like an instruction manual.
On this
and-
tiny... That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a itty bitty little
Microchipping
thing.
nose ring.
It's not it isn't a nose ring. It just looks like a nose ring, but it appears to outline the magical properties that are imbued within this object that allow it to allow someone to basically transmit their voice through it.
Gotcha. That's how Kelvin did it.
So
You're paying
who
way
is
more
holding
attention than
it?
I am.
So was it like attached to like the phoenix's leg or something, and then or around its neck, or I don't know how small they were. I mean, probably its foot if it's that small.
birds' necks are.
No, I just like now that I'm thinking. Now that I said that out loud, I was like, nope, that's dumb. It's definitely the foot.
Did Asla have a nose ring? Is that a thing?
Yeah, she does.
She absolutely has no
But-
Yeah, she has.
Still has it on. Now, but is it septum or side? That I'm like closed septum or side. That's important.
She has both.
Shut the fuck up.
That needs to be
Does
on
she have
TikTok.
Does she have a bar too? Please tell me.
The voice literally like,
Go.
The thing
Wow.
about her piercings, though, is that yeah, she's got a bar as well, but they're not metal. They're made of bone or horn, most likely. You can't really tell.
Amazing. I caught it.
like
I'd die for Asla.
she's okay. We need character art like yesterday. like, so I feel like I've like clued in on what's happening. Like heard Safina ask Drew what, and I turn around and I look at them doing this, and I'm like, did you say out loud what it does, what this little thing is doing, or was this like an out loud conversation, or did you share your findings with the class?
Yeah, absolutely. This was like a reading out loud situation.
Yeah, okay. So then I'm like, so that's how that bastard's voice came over. Like, I was hoping he was here, but I guess not. I really wanted to punch him in the face.
Same.
Does it still work? Can you tell? Is it still transmitting, or
Can I yell back into it?
Yeah, no, really. Is it a two-way thing? Like, is this a walkie-talkie
You
situation?
son of a bitch.
I literally want to, like, just curse him out really badly.
So Drew wouldn't be able to know. It's too technical for her, but you can tell that this is probably.
You?
No, that's
You can tell this was probably made by an artificer.
I hand it to Saph. Can you, this is where Kelvin came from? We need to figure out how and why, and that's all you, babe.
Yeah, does your Exo have the same features that the Iron Man suit does, where it can scan for readings and tell you all the data about it? Because that'd be dope.
Too bad I don't have any spells that would do anything except dispel the magic.
No, but doesn't your X?
I don't have
magic?
identify.
Identify. That's the one we need.
I do not have that.
Doesn't your Exo doesn't have some kind of built-in you didn't upload some kind of chips into it that have ultimate knowledge?
Would have been a really good thing to have on your Exo. I feel like that makes a lot of sense.
Did you fill
Nathan.
out? Did you fill out
Nathan.
all of your? Hey, listen. Did you fill out all of your infusion slots? Because you've got 8 of them. If you didn't fill them all out, one of them can be identify.
Because that makes so much sense. Identify.
It does. I have this picture in my head of a little thing opening, a little disc slot opening up, and you can put specimens in it, and then it takes it, and then it just reads what it is. That's in my head. That's what's happening.
All right,
love it.
Identify. Got it.
So for your arcane, if you want the specific sport for your arcane armor, it can cast identify at will, basically.
Hell yeah.
Fucking shit, that's dope.
Okay, I
Nathan's
cast
I ain't got
identify.
no secrets. Fuck y'all.
I might regret that later, but we'll see.
Probably.
It's just so much work. Does anyone have detect magic? Well, we don't need detect magic. We need identify in this situation. You know what? Have identify.
You know what?
Here, just take all of these books of identify and take them. Just call yourself Deckard Cain. There's 4 people who will get that joke, and that joke was for them. Okay, so you ask Andy to identify this little ring, and Andy goes, searching. Searching. Artifact identified. What would you like to know about this piece? User, Saph.
Fucking everything?
Yeah, literally everything. Please, Andy, start from the beginning.
Excellent.
Very good place to start.
Thank you. Ring identified. User, Saph, this is a ring of far speech. A user may use this ring to cast their voice over long distances. It requires attunement by an artificer.
Is it location-based? Do you think that Kelvin now knows where we are, or is this transmitting our location to him?
The user of the Ring of Far Speech knows where the Ring of Far Speech is. There is no distance requirement to use the Ring of Far Speech. It may be used to transmit the user's voice at any distance.
You must destroy the ring.
Cast it into the fire.
Just in case Kelvin isn't smart enough to put 2 and 2 together, I'm going to use Dispel Magic on this and hope that he doesn't, tune in on to exactly where we are.
Okay.
We can't keep this ring. We have to destroy it. Get rid of it. I don't think Dispel Magic.
Right.
I don't think that's gonna, fully get rid of all of that. Is that... Would I know that? I know magic stuff.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay.
We're getting real D&D in this episode.
Yeah.
I've got you all paranoid now. This is exactly what I wanted. You've fallen right into my trap. I don't lay traps.
23.
Oh, okay. Your question was whether or not Dispel Magic would take the magic off of this. Correct.
Destroy the ring.
Would it destroy the...
Would it disable the GPS system?
You know that casting, or you can theorize based on reading it, reading the runes that are on it, that dispel magic would not destroy the tracking on the ring.
That's what I thought.
Okay, can I destroy it with, like, a well-placed, like, energy blast?
Okay, Gimli, you can certainly try.
This is a very Lord of the Rings heavy episode.
Yes.
All right,
Listen, that's just where y'all's head's at. That's fine.
Oh. Wait a second. Can this be used two ways? Can we identify where he is if we use this?
I'm going to need you to roll me an Arcana. Saph, I will allow you to do it with advantage because you know the workings of artificing.
13 plus 2 is 16.
So, because of the nature of the ring itself, you know that it can transmit its location back to the owner of the ring in order for the far speech to happen. So, theoretically, you could try and use it to triangulate the location of the user. Theoretically. You think that it would be pretty complicated, but you might be able to do it. If you had the right help.
It's a good thing I have an artificial intelligence that can simulate for me. Right?
You can try and ask Andy about it.
And I need you to triangulate the coordinates of the owner of this ring.
User Saph. I do not have triangulation technologies installed. Would you like me to... Please insert triangulation technologies and I will be able to triangulate for you.
You gotta turn on Find My Phone.
What do you think?
I mean, Nathan was letting us get away with a whole lot. I'm not surprised that this is where we've come to.
I'm thinking about just hoping he's able to hear on the other end so I could say eat shit and then destroy the ring.
Okay, at this point, Cicoba and Karen come up to you. What are you all doing? Are we not going to go meet with Gonoleth? What did you find?
We are. But first, we found a magic ring. This is how Kelvin was talking to us, and we are trying to figure out if we can tell him to eat shit. Can you help?
You got anything you want to say?
This is Cicoba, by the way. What type of ring did you say it was?
I'm going to show her the ring.
Okay, I don't... I'm sorry, I'm not really on the up and up with magical artifacts. What does it do?
It was the Ring of Far Speech, or something like that.
Yes.
Okay, so he can talk through it?
Yeah, basically.
Can he hear us? Can he hear us?
No, you have to, send a message.
Are we sure?
And
I
Drew
cup
sure?
it in my hands and I go, I don't know.
Is Drew sure? Can I be sure?
With your Arcana and reading the runes on it, you're pretty sure that they can't hear anything on their end.
Okay, I reiterate that. He can't hear us. We would have to send a message. I think we can. I'm pretty sure we can send a message back to wherever this came from, but it does have basically a tracker in it, and they do know where this ring is, so we need to destroy it.
Yeah, that's my vote.
At this point, Karen speaks up, and he says, "What? Wait, no, don't destroy it. Don't destroy it."
Go
okay.
on.
So, okay. All right. Bear with me. Okay, sorry. I'm a little frazzled from fighting just a second ago. But okay, hold on. Let me just think. Okay, so he can track it, and if he can track it, then that means that we could send him on a wild goose chase, right? If we put this on something.
I like that plan.
Oh, hold on. Can we find him? Do we know if we can find him?
We can. Andy thinks, or not Andy thinks?
Saph.
No, Saph thinks. Saph thinks that we can, but that it would be possible to get back to him. But I really like the idea of tying this to, like, a burb.
A burb. It's like when you flush it down the toilet, send it through the sewer system, like, that's in, like, spy movies and shit.
Well, hold on. Wait, so you think that we might be able to track him? Wouldn't it be good to know where he is?
Yeah, but he would also know where we are.
He already does. He already did know because he sent this thing here.
Yeah,
so
but if
knew.
If we continue to hold on to it, then he will continue to know where we are.
So no one's saying we keep it forever. What they're saying is let's find out how to reverse it so we know where he is to level the playing field. Then we tie it to something and send it so he thinks that we're somewhere else. So he doesn't know where we are, but we knew where he was.
All right,
At
this
least
sounds
for the
like
moment.
it's going to need a long rest for me to try and come up with a triangulation calculation.
We've got other magic users around here. I wonder if they could help.
Cicoba at this point says, it's risky, but we really should. So if he knows where we are now, we're on borrowed time. And if Fen Quill is on her way, we've got to come up with plans quickly. So why don't we go meet with Gonoleth, and we'll come up with a plan after a little bit of rest, maybe? A little respite. We've been walking a lot today.
Cup of tea sounds great, actually.
And then once we figure that information out, we can use our shell phones and tell the rest of the peoples.
Oh, guess what? I have
Of course, you keep saying.
No, you don't. You don't have that yet.
I have superior attunement, so
you do have that. That's fine.
My superior understanding of magic items allows me to master their use. You can now attune up to 4 rather than 3 magic items at once. Additionally, you may attune to an item that does not normally require attunement, such as blah 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 blah. Any item attuned this way. You may use this ability once during a short rest. So if I attune to this, I might be able to track him during a short rest.
I think regardless, Nathan's pushing us to go and talk to Gonolith and chill.
I'm talking at Cicoba and Karen Wood. I'm not telling you to do anything.
Yeah.
But Saph, you would know that based on your artificing, because this is already attuned to someone, it needs to be basically cleansed of their attunement before you could attune to it.
And if you do that, would that mean that we wouldn't be able to track him anymore?
Yeah, the only way that you're able to track him is if he's attuned to it.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got to do we got to triangulate Andy. So let's go into let's go to the tree, and in the tree, I'm excited about this. We're in Endor. Let's do this.
All right, I would like to have Andy's AI try and create a triangulation system while we're having our conversation with Gonolith, just in the background.
Okay. I will
running background tasks.
I will roll a die whenever I find my die. Here we go. Excellent. Okay, I rolled my die. All right, you go to the arched natural doorway of the tree, and you see that there's it looks like there are steps that are made of roots, where it's pretty uniform, so it feels pretty natural going down. Get it? And you make your way, you descend into the space beneath the tree itself. And there you see Gonolith and Asla talking around a water basin that is there in the tree. It looks like this is it's kind of weird. It looks like this is like a very well-appointed apartment. So you kind of guess that this is where Gonolith actually lives.
Are you telling me he has a secret base in the tree?
He's got a secret base in a tree fort, if you will.
I love
Yes. Yes.
Please come in. Have a seat. Have some water. I have some
tea.
Yes, I have tea if you'd like. Asla does a better job at brewing tea than I. But hello, welcome to my home. Welcome to the tree. So, Kelvin, what you all were saying must be true.
Adoy. Sorry,
No.
I didn't actually do that.
Drew did.
I'm sorry that I doubted all of you. I've underestimated Kelvin and his abilities, it seems. It's not a simple thing to fell a phoenix in that way.
Yeah, because don't they usually come back? Isn't that
Scar
their
gets
bag?
very choked up.
Yes, that's correct. And there was no egg in the ash, and that is what the phoenix would rebirth itself from. And he sees the sad looks on your faces, and he says, everything will be okay.
I hate that.
It's going to be fine. But you will have the Circle of All's help if you truly mean to stop Kelvin and the horrors.
You have no idea how much we want to stop Kelvin.
Well,
did he just say the whores?
Horde.
Okay, I was like,
I didn't say horde.
it sounded like you said, if you want to stop Kelvin and the whores.
Horrors.
Oh, horrors. I thought you said horde.
I thought he said a whore. I was like,
God.
What? With the snowy ungula. Yeah.
So yes, you would have our assistance in that. I'm not sure exactly what we could offer to you. However, I mean, the druids can be just about anywhere unseen in their wild shape.
Spies would be good.
Well,
Also,
that yes. Also, go ahead, Saph.
also warriors when the time comes, or even just standing up to him in the console chambers when he tries to take power and getting the other heroes on our side.
We're missing the biggest picture, though. The giant tree. The reason that we came here in the first place was because we thought that this was where the Amo was.
That's right.
Amo Tulk.
Yeah, so like... of course it's Tolk, because every time I think Tolk, I think of Tolkien, and this is super heavy Lord of the Rings episode inspired.
He would have a tree fort. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know what an Amo is. Can you enlighten me?
I do that. I'm not going into that.
I do that.
So I tell him the story of the Amos and explain. I'm sure even in the Circle of All they heard about what happened at the archives with the giant thing, and I explain all of that. And I tell him we tell him the prophecy, word for word. And then we tell him that that's what brought us here in the first place, was that we thought that this tree might have some significance to the ammo and the prophecy and the missing pieces and that stuff.
Ancient lumber and whatnot.
The whatever. What's the wood thing? Like, there's, besides Tolk, there's something about, I can't remember what it was.
Ancient lumber and we've touched granite. What are the other things?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're
the sacred items. Or
sacred
items.
I feel like the ancient lumber would be in the tree.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
Well, I've never seen one of these ammos anywhere near the tree. I mean, I can ask.
The tree is the ammo. I called it. The tree is the ammo. The tree is the ammo. The tree is the ammo. I'm calling it right now.
Oh my god! I called that last season.
It's just gonna. They did say that last season, like not when we were recording, but when Nathan asked. I thought it was when Nathan asked us what our theories were, and we were telling them, and that was your theory that like the tree. You mentioned the giant tree in the middle of the circle, and you were like, "It's like an Autobot, like that's the thing."
Lies. I am the first one to come up with it.
I can. I could ask the tree if you'd like. It would take some time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You also mentioned that the tree said something maybe to you about Elthana's stand. So could you ask about that too?
While you've got him on the phone.
Yeah.
This is just like Pip and Mary talking to Treebeard at the Conference of the Ents. I can't.
It may be best if I get some druids of Floral on this. I feel I may be needed in other ways. Don't worry. I trust the druids of Floral with my life. They're some of the finest. It looks like he's searching for the right word for them, since they kind of embody animal and plant and human, or, various other sentient races. They are some of the best beings I know.
There you go.
So, you'll need a place to rest.
Yes.
You may rest here.
In the tree?
Obviously. Yes, here in the tree.
Is there a way I could show him the symbol that's on Amotolk's relay and ask if they've ever seen this anywhere?
Yeah. I haven't seen, but personally I haven't. But I'll bring this to the druids of Floral.
Okay.
And see if they have.
Because that might help with the whole figuring this out.
Nathan, side question.
Yes. I imagine you all have a lot of questions this episode.
Would it be really cool to allow Andy to have like a hologram function? So that when Scar is explaining the ammo, like Andy like projects a little hologram of the ammo that kind of just...
I was thinking Tony Stark.
Well, that too, but like... Yeah, when he does the things and he's like moving the parts around.
You are our only hope.
Yeah, Andy can do that. You can only project things that you've seen. So you've seen that.
Okay.
Or, I guess alternatively, because you've downloaded a bunch of stuff from the Scrivener's Orbs, or something that is on the Scrivener's Orbs.
I just picture like Saph like holding her hand out and like a little thing pops up of it, and then she like expands it and it just takes up like the whole room. Like, this is what it looks like in person. Blow it up.
Yeah. Sweet. So, are there any other questions before we start getting into some other stuff? I'll say.
Hey Andy, how's that triangulation coming along?
May I be frank, user Saph?
Oh god.
No, you can be Andy, but that's beside the point.
Jesus Christ.
I'm having trouble. I don't have the right files to build this from scratch. It would take approximately 503 days to build a triangulation program from scratch.
Yeah, I thought he was going to say years.
If we could
Do you think we should just attach this thing to a bird and just send the bird on its way?
Well, wait. They were about to say
Are you
more.
asking Andy, or...
Oh, no, sorry, I was going to ask the group.
If you can find a data orb that has this information already loaded onto it, I may be able to upload it quicker.
Okay.
How do we do that?
And by data orb, you mean Scrivener orb.
Scrivener's orb or similar.
But you said that today's artificers don't have the ability to create things like Scrivener's orbs.
Correct. Though artificers today do have data files that I can read.
Interesting.
Okay.
Saph, you feel a buzz in your pocket. Ouch.
It's the shell phone. Your big page.
I reach in.
God, it's so annoying. Everywhere you go.
No, it's actually Back in Black by AC/DC.
I hate you so much.
I pull it out. What is it?
We're calling to ask you about your car's extended warranty.
Yo, so many triggers are happening for me. AC/DC, the stupid fucking car warranty bullshit. Stop it.
That's a TikTok.
Oh, did that kill Nova?
No.
It's Ord on the other line.
Is it what?
It's Ord on the other line.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Received letter for you. I'm gonna say as much as I can and then pass this off to Brunick. And so they do the thing that you did to them, where you all had a lot of information you had to give to them, and so they just got everyone involved and to send the contents of this letter to you.
Telephone on the telephone. I fucking love it.
So they say the contents of the letter, and the contents are: Safina, I hope this letter finds its way back to you. I sent it with the messenger that carried it to me. I'm not sure I absolutely follow you with Tasvig and Kelvin and your talk of these Knights of Halartha. Everything has been moving so fast lately, and all I've been thinking about is how to keep you safe. If I can help you by getting Gizmo Burrow on the Knights of Halartha's side, I'll do what I can. I'll see if I can call in some of your grandfather's old favors. Be well. I love you, Dad. P.S. Please don't do anything your grandfather would do.
Too late.
Love it. Yeah, Dad.
I hold it close to my heart. I go, thank you, Ord.
At this point, it's like Jeff the Dwarf is talking to you.
That's how many people it took.
No, it's
Thanks, Jeff.
It wasn't Jeff. Jeff is on Agamir's ship. This was this is Rebecca. This is Rebecca.
Perfect.
If I can get you help by getting Gizmo Burrow.
Yeah. Becky with the good hair.
Nice. Okay. Nice. I heard back from Papa.
Maybe. I'm just throwing this out there. There is something, because Milo lived not just in the apartment. They had the apartment by the university, but they also had quarters at I know we don't want to use the word compound. We hated using that word. I forget what we call it. The estate. So they had their own quarters at the Thornburn estate. I wonder if they had this technology. Like, Milo seems like the kind of guy that would be able to have that kind of technology with like a data orb that could do shit like that.
He probably would have that in his workshop, honestly.
Saph, if you roll me a history, I can let you know if you remember seeing anything like that.
And then you could totally send a message to your dad and be like, send me this shit. I'll tell you exactly where it is.
So the only thing that is going to be tricky about talking back and forth with Yendak is that Saph sent the letter from the Bulwark Isles and did not let Yendak know where y'all were.
I sent a shell phone with the letter, though.
Yes, they did. They said that.
You're right. You did say that.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's a natural 20, by the way.
Okay,
so,
yeah, you know that there were orbs reaching back into your memory that look like Scrivener's orbs. You didn't have to dig too deep. You know exactly where they would be in Milo's study as well for the amount of time that you were, with him, on a day-to-day basis. Even 10 years ago, 11 years ago almost now.
Send your dad a message on the shell phone saying, send the orb. Like, we can, if we need to all do it, we can do that. Send them a message saying, get these orbs, tell them exactly where it is, and be like, post haste, like, express delivery, overnight shipping, like, whatever.
Okay. So...
Send your fastest carrier pigeon, I don't know.
Gonolith, your druid friends who can shift into birds, I need your fastest bird to make their way to Gizmo Burrow to pick up these items to bring them back to wherever we are.
Brings new meaning to As the Crow Flies. I love it.
Okay. I mean, we're all very fast. We've all seen a falcon. But the issue is going to be having a falcon carry something back.
They're tiny, aren't they?
Falcons?
I mean the
orbs.
the orbs.
The orbs themselves are a little bit larger than a D20 per scale.
So, you could... Isn't that a thing where you can, attach pouches to, their feet and they...
The only thing is, you'd put, parchments and stuff in there.
Pretty sure that Milo would also have a bag of holding in his laboratory.
I thought he took that with him.
You can send Yendak a message now that you've got a sending shell out to him.
Okay.
Listen, I'm just going to say this because I Googled it because I had to know because I'm that bitch. A peregrine is the fastest bird flying. Just saying.
Oh, I knew that. Believe me, I had a book on birds of prey when I was young.
Of course you did.
Look at me. How did I... For you audio listeners, just look me up on Twitter. Look at me and say, yeah, of course that kid had a dang book on birds of prey when he was younger. So, Saph, what are you going to send to Yendak?
I am going to speak into my shell phone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say, I'm limited to 25 words, right?
You are.
Dad, go to Grandpa's lab. Far shelf with glowing orbs. Bag of holding. There will be a bird waiting for you. Give to bird. Thanks.
Seems clear to me.
Give to bird. Thanks. I can't.
Okay, you hear a message back very, very shortly after you send it. It says, you hear your dad's voice for the first time in a while. Hi, Saph. Thanks for sending me the shell phone. I'm still getting used to using it. When the bird gets here, I'll give it the...
That's very funny. That's very good. Good job.
Thank you.
Saph does the equivalent of face palm.
That would be a face palm?
Well, she does the equivalent of a face palm without actually like palming to her face. It's like,
gotcha. You gotta be careful with that extra one.
Yeah, don't want to smack myself with a thruster.
Yeah, no. Okay, so everyone has got their tea. They are all comfortable here underneath the tree. Is there anything else anyone would like to do before we take a long rest?
And Gonolith is going to talk to the tree, right?
Gonolith is going to have his people talk to the tree.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gonolith's going to have his people talk to the tree's people.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
I would also like to just, I guess, do some more bonding with Cicoba over like a glass of tea.
Okay. Cool. So I forgot to mention as well that Gonolith gets one of his druids to fly out to Gizmoboro to the Thornburn estate. I imagine you have to give him directions and exactly where it is, show a map and all that.
Yeah.
But that druid flies off, and they're away. Okay, so is there anything specific you wanted to talk to Cicoba about, or just general hanging out time?
Mostly general hanging out time, and somewhat like sneaking in there like a, how you holding up? How you doing with this? Just like a mental check-in, kind of.
In your mental check-in with Cicoba, you find that she says, it's just so hard keeping up with everything, but I feel better being with all of you. And as she says that, she puts her hand on your hand.
Cute.
We're gonna do it. We're getting more help. It's gonna be okay.
I embrace her hand.
Like you hug her hand?
Like I cup her hand with my other hand and
different
stuff. Like embrace hands. If that's a thing.
Yeah, sure. Okay,
No,
so
but okay.
Fantasy hand holding.
as you do that, you feel her relax a little bit, and she feels a little more comfortable. It seems
Cute. I love this.
So I think that's the most important part of that hangout sesh. But for the most part, the night passes without much incident. You see some druids coming in and out. Gonolith is taken back to his sloth form and is sleeping. Asla curls up as a lioness and finds a nice place to lay. It seems that these druids specifically are much more comfortable in their animal forms than they are in their human and or elf forms. So the day comes. You wouldn't really know, being in under the earth, under the tree, but you can hear the telltale signs of morning have come outside. You are all awake and refreshed. You're back at full health. You've got all your abilities. You get all your spells.
I just want to throw it out to the listeners or watchers that if you want to, we will accept any and all Saphoba fan art. Just saying.
Just saying.
I need Saphoba. That's their name. Like I'm calling it Saphoba. I love it. I don't know why, but it's the one that makes the most sense.
Why not just Soba?
Nope, I like Saphoba. It's cuter. I don't know why. I'm not allowed to name things, so just stop me.
At least you didn't look up the Latin, so that's the good part.
Yes.
I just want adorable, I want someone to write a whole fan fiction on, their relationship and what happens after this. They run away together and they have, the most adorable, what should have happened in Legend of Korra with Asami and Korra. Like, I want that for Cicoba.
So bad.
Well,
Cicoba's so
spoiler.
bad. We can't call them that. We can't.
I was waiting for you guys to be like, Nicole, shut the fuck up.
We
Don't
can't do it. Like, I'm trying to but like, Cicoba?
I love it. It's adorable.
Soba or Saphiba.
Cicoba's bad too. Soba's the best one of all of these. These are, oh my god, why would you say this about yourself?
It's just because, like, both of their... So, part
They
of
both
the...
start with
when
S.
you're... Yeah, the SA, So, like, either way, it's you can't do it. So, you have to find... That's why I was like, this is just the
That's
weirdest
not
way
how
to
you spell
say it.
Cicoba.
Yeah, Cicoba spelled with a C-I.
Well, yeah, but it still sounds the same. It
Yeah, it has
sounds
the
like
sa.
sa. So, like, it doesn't matter if it's spelled different, if it sounds exactly the same.
Listen,
Soba's the best one. That's the one I'm going with.
All right,
Soba.
Soba.
okay. It's morning. What are y'all doing?
Hanging.
Breakfast.
There's some tea.
Breakfast happens, tea happens.
Question. Are they all vegetarians here?
You have not seen any meat being served here.
Makes sense.
It does. That's why I just had to act, because I figured, but, like, I didn't want to assume, but, like, obviously.
But, I mean, they've got like
Maybe they eat the
portobellos
shitty
and
animals.
stuff.
I don't know.
Listen, I could get... Are eggs okay, or are we vegan? Or is it, like, are we...
You've not seen any eggs.
God damn it.
I feel like it would be weird if you could talk to the chicken. Like
That's
Hey, is
fair.
it cool if I eat your egg? Yeah, like...
Do they have peanut butter? Because, like, that has a lot of protein. Scar needs protein.
I guess that depends if the peanuts talk.
they got beans.
Yeah, the primary source of protein would be mushrooms.
What?
They've also got like quinoa and stuff. Okay, so yeah, there's tons of sources of protein, not your normal sources of protein, like no meats, no eggs, no cheeses. It's straight up vegan. It's
Taking
plant-based protein.
all
it's
of the
protein.
fun out of everything. Yep, got it.
I will do you one better as well and say that most of it is raw.
Man,
God.
Emily would die here.
Same. I hate vegetables. Yeah, I'm just very, like, I'm eating, but I'm hating it. Like, you could tell. Like, the look on my face is like, no.
I can see Scar taking a bite of a carrot and just frowning the entire time she chews.
I have, like, that's different. I'm talking about, like, other weird shit. Like, this is the food my food eats. Like, this is, like, what I'm having, that kind of moment.
Yeah, so gone with Nasla there too. They're just eating as well. They're in their non-wild shaped forms. It's pretty quiet. It seems like you all are just waiting.
I hate it. The
No
calm
one
before
tries
the
to strike
storm.
up any conversations or anything.
No, I'm just angrily eating this crap.
You can see Karen is sitting over in the corner and he looks really anxious.
I go up to Karen and I go, "What's wrong, bud?"
Oh, sorry. I mean, what isn't wrong, right? I mean, he's after us. He's coming to get us, and we're just sitting here waiting in a tree. We're just waiting for him to come get us. We're sitting right here, right in our graves. We're waiting for Kelvin or Thin Quill or whoever to just come on get us. Just come on down. We got that ring still, and I mean, I don't know what that ring's going to do. Are we going to use go this and see where he is? Are we going to send it off to try and send him on a distraction? What are we doing? We're just sitting, and we're not doing anything. And we're waiting to talk to a tree. What?
Is there, like, I'm gonna whisper to Gonolith. Like, I feel like we're all kind of sitting near each other. I'm just gonna like whisper to him, like, is there like any type of like Xanax for
sedatives
in the circle that we could like give to poor Karen over here? He needs some meds. Like, is there like Lanimora and Xanax? And if it's anywhere, it's gonna be here. I feel like
any smoke leaf or anything.
Try giving him this, and all of a sudden, Gonolith has a small red berry in his between his fingers.
Like someone needs to like shotgun like a blunt towards Karen or something. Like
I take the small red berry and I go and I kneel down to Karen and I say, here, take this. It'll help you relax a little bit.
What is this? What do you mean it's going to help me relax? We don't need to relax. We need to go. We just need to go. Oh, wait. Hold on.
Karen.
I'm going to take it from Saph and just shove it in their mouth. Like,
hey, what are you doing? Scar, I mean, wow.
This is not the first time that we have force-fed Karen some type of shit. Like, that's our thing.
Okay.
We did it with the milkshake, but we were a little bit more subtle about it.
Excuse me, was it Orange Julius?
It was an Orange Julius.
We're not subtle at all.
Nah, we were. Agamir sleight-of-handed that shit, didn't he?
No, he sleight-of-handed the thing into it, and then you force-fed him the Orange Julius.
I don't remember that, but okay. This is our relationship. I just force Karen to eat shit. Like,
okay, what are we... You know what? It doesn't matter. Let's eat some leaves.
That's the spirit.
And I turn to Gonolith. I turn to Gonolith and say thanks.
I turn to Gonolith and I'm like, so you got any more of those that I can have?
I was waiting for it.
Oh, I mean, I've got enough for everyone. And he opens his hand and there's just, half a dozen berries in them.
Yes, please. Drew holds her hand out. I will take as many as he will give me and shove them in my pockets immediately. Thank you.
He gives you one.
I keep standing there.
He looks at you confused. What?
These are for later.
Oh, they go bad very quickly.
Oh, how quick?
24 hours.
Why don't you give me another one? Just two. It's fine. I want to see it. I want to do weird stuff to it.
May I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Eat this now.
Uh-huh.
And see how you feel.
So funny. Quality joke. But here's the thing. I want to eat. I want one to eat, but I also want one to do weird stuff too.
I'm sorry?
I want to look at it. I want to do witch stuff to it.
She needs to study its insides.
I want to look at its insides. I want to study the inside of this berry because I don't know what it is, and it's a weird thing that I want to look at.
Have you never seen a good berry before?
No. No, and I want to see the insides of it.
Okay, just don't eat two.
No, I won't. For real. It was funny, but no, for real, I will not.
Goodberry. I don't know why Good Burger came in my head when he said Goodberry, even though, because Goodberry is an actual brand of frozen yogurt.
It's actually a spell as well.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
What does the spell do? Is that what you've done to us? With this?
I may have added a little extra flavor on it for Karen's hyperventilation. Oh, not that one.
Goodberry, Lanimora and Xanax. Got it.
Goodberry. Up to 10 berries appear in your hand and are infused with magic for the duration. A creature can use its action to eat one berry. Eating a berry restores 1 hit point, and the berry provides enough nourishment to sustain a creature for 1 day. The berries lose their potency if they have not been consumed within 24 hours of casting the spell.
Cool. Scar does not want to partake in the berries because it seems that it dulls the senses, and I cannot have that.
Yeah, I'm not going to partake in that either.
That's totally fine. More for me.
Drew puts it in her tea, makes a weird potion.
She's
100%.
about to like start the circle's very first Burning Man
I'm
or
about to
something.
astral project.
That's a different berry.
I'm gonna connect to my powers.
I'm here for this.
I'm ready.
So you all wait some more. A few hours after you all finish your breakfast and everything, Karen is just laying on the floor. He looks pretty content though. Actually, Aslo's taking a nap. Gonolith is doing something that is kind of weird. So apparently, today is his day to be a sun bear.
A what now?
A sun bear. And he is partaking of some honey.
What does a sun bear look like?
Google
tiny
image
bear.
search. Look up.
they're
It's
cute.
the
Okay, I'm doing it.
smallest and weirdest looking bear. It's got
That's
a real
what-
long tongue.
Izzy was when they did Honey Heist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot to look it up while that was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. You will not be disappointed.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So cute.
I love the little like V thing it has on its.
So
Dapper.
Gonolith is kind of sitting off to one side, just eating some honey. As a sun bear.
Love it.
How long is Karen's hair?
Look at it. This one has a pumpkin.
Karen's hair it's pretty well kept. It's fairly short.
Well, I was gonna say, if Karen's just there laying on his back and just kind of hanging out, I was going to sit at his head and just like play with his hair while he was chilling.
Okay.
But he doesn't have enough hair, so.
Yeah, he doesn't. You wait some more.
Is it bad to like, okay. So kind of along the same lines of the vegetarian vegan question, is it bad to like carve wood?
Why don't you try?
No, never mind. I was just trying to like figure out how to pass the time, and I feel like I'm surrounded by trees, so like maybe I could fucking carve something, but like I don't want this to be like a Fern Gully situation where I'm like hurting shit. So that's what went through my mind, because he in that movie when the guy Zach, I think his name is,
Yeah, Zach.
he goes to like carve their name into the tree, and she's like, "Stop it!" and like puts her hand on it and heals it, and like he meant well. He was trying to be cute, but he's stupid and didn't know. That's me.
That's me.
To be fair, it tracks, but I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to.
Totally get us kicked out of the console's apartment.
I'm not gonna do it. I was just throwing that out there. But as soon as you said you can certainly try, or something adjacent to that, nope.
I say it a lot. I mean, you can.
No,
You can try.
nothing good ever happens after you say that.
Well. So, are you all just sitting? Just sitting and waiting?
Can I like go outside?
You want us to do something. I don't know what the fuck you want us to do right now.
I know. Can I like go outside and like train, or like? I feel like Scar is not an idle person.
Are we just waiting for... What the fuck are we waiting for? Are we
What's
just
this-
waiting...
Yeah, what's the status of that peregrine falcon?
You have not received a bird. Not yet. So you were waiting on a few things. You're waiting on the falcon, and you're waiting on the druids of Floral to get back to you with information about the tree. and maybe Amotulk. But Scar, if you want to, you can go outside and train or sprint or do whatever it is that Scar does to keep her mind busy.
Sports. Scar sports. I just have like this picture in my head of like the training montage in Hercules, like during Phil's song. Like that's what I'm doing. I've created my own Ninja Warrior like athletics course. Like I feel like I've had enough time to do that.
Yeah, you've had hours. So Scar is doing that. It's getting into the afternoon now. You've all had a second meal, if you want to call it that, except for Karen. He seems content, just sitting on the ground. Gonolith finishes with his honey, and he takes a good long walk outside. Sometimes in bear form, sometimes not. Sometimes he would go into another animal. He seems to prefer woodland creatures, and so he is just at the water's edge, just taking a good long walk. This seems to be maybe his daily routine, just being one with nature and doing all of that kind of stuff. So you continue to wait. You continue doing what you're doing. Drew, are you trying to dissect that good berry still?
Yeah.
Roll me an Arcana.
Can I see if I can turn it into some sort of powder so that I can like keep it and maybe like, I don't know, have it?
Sure. Roll me Arcana. Or medicine, either one.
Let's do medicine, because I have a +7 to that. 14 plus 7 is...
21.
21. I do that.
Okay, yeah, you are able to turn this goodberry into powder, and you're reasonably sure that it'll retain its potency.
Cool. I put it in a weird witch vial and keep it.
It's a pale red, otherwise known as pink, powder.
Thank you.
It's just a little bit, a little itty-bitty bit. So it has the same effect as a good berry.
Dope. I'm a genius.
Huh?
I'm a genius. I was just stating.
Yawning. Okay. Saph, what would you like to do? Anything? Just sitting? Hanging out?
I mean, probably... I'll play with Cicoba's hair if she'll let me.
Yeah, she lets you.
Okay.
You got some dope braids in there.
Nice.
The day passes without a whole lot going on, and it's time for third meal. You all eat some more leaves, some more seeds, and various fruits and/or vegetables. And after a while, Gonolith says, "Well, I guess it's time to turn in for the night. It was a good day."
Can I roll an insight on Gonolith?
Yes.
18.
Okay, what are you trying to intuit from him?
Whether or not he's just trying to keep us here contently for something bad to happen to us specifically.
Like he's buying time for what's-her-face to get here.
Yeah.
You do not get that vibe from him. You get the vibe that if you stayed, that's cool. If you left, that would be cool with him as well.
Just no fucks.
Just chill, dude.
This guy gives 0 fucks.
Okay. Just cuddle up. call it a night.
Okay. Before we retire, I'll go and check with the druids of Floral and see if they found anything.
Good plan.
So he goes off. He's gone for a while. He comes back and he says, okay, well, everything's going well. Introductions are done. We're about at the question phase.
I shoot up and I go, a what? It's been a day.
Well, yes, I told you all it would be a while before we heard anything from the tree. It's a long business speaking with trees.
Oh my god. Saph leans back into Cicoba and just
If you all remember in session 0 from season 1, Nathan specifically said that their favorite series was Lord of the Rings, so this tracks.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll hear something from... Shit. This whole time I was like, I don't need fantasy name generator.
Haha.
You know what? I don't need fantasy name generator. We should hear from Greg soon.
Greg.
He's
Greg?
the one that Greg, the one that is going to deliver the parcel from Gizmoboro, from the Thornburn Estate.
Mm-hmm.
We should have heard from him by now, but perhaps there was an issue getting the... What was it that he was going to acquire?
I want to shell phone my pops and be did the bird ever arrive?
Or did the bird, did it leave already and it's got on its way back was where it...
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey.
What do you want to send to Yendak?
Dad, did the bird get there? Did you give it the stuff? Did it leave yet? Please advise. Thanks, love you, bye.
I have a question really fast for Nathan, because is there or I guess for Gonolith, Scar would definitely want to know this. Are you able to, are you in contact with because we're in the very center of Circle of All, if there was a threat to the borders, would you be apprised of it right away, or would it take a while for word to reach you of that?
You're asking Gonolith this question?
Yeah.
I would know fairly quickly.
Okay.
Being the consul of the Circle of All does bring with it some advantages, more so than other druids already have, being here in Circle.
Okay. Just wondering if there's some kind of people light bonfires to let you know that there's danger coming from far away kind of situation, or you got some kind of your own shell phone situation happening
No, nothing so destructive. I'm so in tune with everything. It's in any messages would come on the wind through the pheromones, or
of course it would.
The rustling of the leaves.
Obviously.
Okay.
The trees really are our greatest messengers and protectors, and, well, for lack of a better term, lore keepers. And he looks at Karen, who's still laying on the ground. Saph, it takes you a while to hear back from Yendak. But you do hear back, and you hear, hi, Saph. Sorry, I lost the shelf. fine. I put it down and I couldn't find it. The bird came and I gave it the...
Okay, well, that's an answer.
I gave it the insert open-ended gotta wait 24 hours for it to refresh thing here. Fuck. Okay. I guess I'll have to accept that.
Okay. So, do you all go to bed? Take another long rest?
I guess.
All right, you take a long rest, or rather, you try to.
God damn it.
Because Gonoleth wakes each of you up quietly. Something's wrong.
I knew it. It's the spidey senses are tingling from the borders, right?
There's something happening on the border. I don't think Greg is
Fucking do it.
coming to us. We'll have to get to him.
God damn it.
At what hour is this?
It's late at night. It's not yet morning, so you don't get that, like, you don't see the sun on the horizon, coming up.
We're in a tree. How would we be able to tell that?
Deep night. I imagine that you all go outside if Saph is wondering what time of day it is.
How long would it take us to get to this border?
Gonoleth looks and thinks for a moment. He says, it would take a day and a half by foot.
Do you have a faster way to travel? I was just going to say.
Like really big eagles that we could travel on.
Well,
that
it's
come
funny.
in clutch at the very last second.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that.
Oh, no.
No.
No, I don't have eagles.
Okay.
But this may be able to help us. And he does another wave of his hand as he touches another different gnarled root of the tree. And another passage, a small tunnel opens up in the root system. He says, this should take us there in a few hours.
Drew's like, underground tunnel, I'm in.
I'm very in.
I feel at home again for the first time.
Back into the ground, return.
For the first time since you assholes disturbed my apartment in the catacombs.
Excellent. Well, we'll have to wait to see what Drew feels like, because that's where we're going to end this week's episode.
Aww. Oh gosh, I figured.
Yeah. Thank you all so much for tuning into the Legends of Lanimora podcast. I had a great time DMing. I hope that my players had a great time playing, and I hope that you had a great time listening. The legend this week. I always have to reward good behavior, I guess. Reward the behavior that you want to see. So I'm going to say that this week's legend is Drew.
I knew it.
For remembering one of her warlock features, even though she despises the warlock class.
Thank you.
I knew it was going to be Drew for doing the D&D, because Emily did the D&D better than the rest of us.
I appreciate it.
The lull this week, I think it's going to be Scar, because I just like the idea that she made an obstacle course in the Circle of All. I think that's really funny. This isn't for, something you did that was, it's
no,
just
it was a good funny.
unconventional. That's funny. I like that. So
I would.
Yeah. Anyway, if you want to reach out to us on social media, you can do that where, Nicole?
You can do that on Twitter @Lanimora Pod. come and talk to us about all sorts of stuff and see the things that we post and the hijinks that we get up to on the Twitter. If you want to talk to me personally, you can find me at Nicole the Nerdy.
You can find me at _NovaGamer.
I'm at Neurotic Good.
And you can find me at _Squid Toaster.
We also just launched the brand new layout, right, of our website today, and it's gorgeous. You can go to novistudio.io to see just how gorgeous it is. Tons of stuff up there, like the rest of our amazing shows and things that we do. Artwork. My favorite thing on our website is our merch store.
We have a merch store. We have tons of stuff up there. We have got shirts and we have got pants. We have got mugs. I'm currently using the City in Snow mug. If you are watching the video, I've been using that. And Nathan has been using the Legends of Lanimora mug. They are fantastic. We also have art up on the store, as well as if you would like to hear more about Lanimora, including maybe what happened to Dr. Milo, go ahead and listen to the prequel campaign, which is actually up on our store now. You can buy it episode by episode if you don't want to commit, or you could buy it in a bundle and listen to the whole thing.
And if you're interested in Drew's warlock stuff, like the spell that she remembered she had today, you can also buy her Pact of the Shepherd.
Yes, on our merch store. It's a lovely, magical place. Go visit it.
We would also love if you could leave us a quick review on your podcasting platform of choice. If you enjoy the show, tell your friends about us. New episodes come out every other Tuesday, so stay tuned.
Yes, please stay tuned for the next episode. Also, don't forget to tune in to our sibling podcast, City in Snow, which releases on the off Tuesdays. So on the Tuesdays that our episode does not release, we release City in Snow. We just hit an exciting milestone for that show today. They just reached 100 downloads with just 4 episodes.
Woohoo!
So that's very exciting. Keep it up. Go give them a like, give them a rating. Subscribe to the show wherever you listen to podcasts. And you know what? Just do the same for us. I know that Nova already mentioned it, but do it. It's for a good cause. Do it.
We appreciate
I dare you. We appreciate it. We love you. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Until next week's episode, or I guess 2 weeks. Until the next episode, just remember, let's be legends.
Let's be...
Nathan and I did the thing.
Fucking A.
Legends.